Today for you guys, we're going to be going over some reminders on how to be a good teammate in Overwatch. This has been forgotten by many players. So we got some general reminders to start with here. Always thank your supports, fellas. Like, they don't have to be playing support. You don't have to thank them, but you should. In comp, there are 2 rounds. So if you don't know, quick play, you play 1 round and it's done. In comp, you play a round and then you play another round to get the final results. So no matter what the score is after 1 round, you always have a chance to win. So giving up after 1 round is fucking stupid. Play quick play. Lesson 1 from Elite Gold's education here. Team mentality, okay? So, when you start a comp game, these people on the left side of the scoreboard here are your teammates, okay? If you get along with your teammates, you're probably gonna have a better chance of winning, okay? So if you get angry throughout the game, this is the enemy team. This is the team you're playing against, okay? It does not matter if you get along with the enemy team or not. Their behavior will not change based on your words. If you're mad in a comp game, there is a whole other team for you to start going after. Why do you go after your teammates? It's really stupid, guys. The do's and don'ts of Overwatch social aspects, okay? Do request a swap when necessary, okay? Don't demand the hero with the lowest stats switches because he's throwing your game, okay? Here are a few ways that you can ask someone to swap, okay? Do look at your stats and see where you could improve for the next round, okay? Don't look for the guy with the lowest numbers and drop his record in match chat or team chat. In these people's minds, high death count, 4-digit damage and heals compared to not, and low assists equal a loss, okay? When in reality, a lack of communication and a lack of knowledge is what's gonna give you a loss. Dropping your teammates' stats in chat to get the other team to glaze you is behavior. My explanation for this: team fights are reliant on winning one-on-one interactions, or else utilizing space and time to create potential 2-on-1 opportunities to swing future interactions. That being, a 2-on-1 is almost a guaranteed win for you, which then creates a 5v6 instead of a 6v6, meaning you have an advantage to win the rest of the team fight. An elimination only provides value if it causes a change of behavior that results in your team winning the fight. For it to have actual value towards your win, you have to win that team fight. Meaning, in gameplay value terms, elims that come from lost team fights are technically irrelevant. They provided no value to the overall outcome of the game in anything other than alt charge for that fight. To get actual value from an elim, you need to win the rest of the fight and make a difference in the game. Getting a kill and not capping point does not get you anywhere. Stats do not always mean good performance. Here's an example. Anyone can go Reinhardt and swing his hammer when you have enough healing to where you won't die. Not everyone can kill a Mercy for 3 out of the 4 team fights that Ryan won. Anyone can press the tab button and see how much damage this Reinhardt is doing to the other team. Nobody can go back in time and watch how much impact the Hanzo actually played on all of those team fights. Stats do not always mean good performance. So when that Reinhardt gets on defense and pins into the enemy spawn and dies to a Reinhardt, Junkrat, and Reaper, he and his 2-stack will then go into the team chat and notice the DPS have no good stats because their main tank has died every single team fight first. Luckily though, he has inflated stats from the first round, and he will blame everyone else for this loss. All because he played like dog shit. Stats do not always mean it. That was a hypothetical scenario. okay? But this mindset will end games before they're even over. You are not coaching your team when you are playing comp. You are trying to win your comp game, okay? You aren't watching anyone's POVs other than yours. So you are not in the right to give anyone coaching on how to play better. If you are taking their stats and telling them they need to get better, you need to up your game sense, okay? This guy flamed Gaming for Hope when he had bad stats, okay? But if he could watch a game where you have good stats, he could still rip you apart because you are not fundamentally better at the game than this guy. Your ego is the only thing telling you that you're even better than Gaming for Hope. If your stats look like this, do not ever say anything that you would not say if your stats looked like this. If you would go off on your teammates when you are 35-6, why wouldn't you do it when you're 9-5? That's right, because your stats aren't good. And you're gonna have that argument yelled at you. Even though you might claim, it doesn't matter, I'm playing good, the stats don't matter. That's exactly what they could say when you're riding your high horse. Humble yourself. Lesson number 2, be kind, okay? We're going to run you through some scenarios, okay? What is the best way to introduce yourself to team chat, okay? A, B, C, or D? Correct answer is A, but I've heard D work before. It's happened before. Lesson number 3, ego. I understand that you have good game sense. I understand that you have a G7 controller that makes your recoil better. I understand that you are 2 ranks higher than me right now. We win and we lose as a team. Even if you are the best player in the lobby, don't be a dickhead, okay? People with wisdom and knowledge and talent used to give that to others to help them grow. But now, these people talk down to people who are worse than them because they think they are better than these people instead of helping them grow. This will create only resentment in a community that will never learn if you do not help share your knowledge. Lesson number 4. Don't be afraid. I don't care what rank you are. I don't care what your endorsement level says. I don't care what your stats say. And I don't care for anything that you're fucking telling me. If someone is being a dick and you don't like the way that they're acting, call them out and don't back down, okay? You're not gonna be a hero for flaming someone that's doing bad and bullying them into oblivion. But you are gonna be a hero if you can help that player win a game. That's what a hero looks like, not someone that says your stats in team chat because it's your fault we're losing. That's not a hero, that's a villain. Final lesson from Elite Gold Education here. Be the captain of your team, okay? This is a T for Teen game with a 6-on-6 competition here, okay? So you've got younger player base in a team competitive shooter, okay? Make yourself the leader. Every good team in sports has a captain that is respectable. Sidney Crosby, my personal idol. He is humble, he's focused, he's extremely talented at hockey, he shows up even when you're losing, and he will play it 100% no matter how much time is left, no matter if the game is already lost. You can trust him to do that every single game, and you can trust him to be confident in every one of his decisions because he is talented, and he will let you know that, and he will make you feel like that when you are around him. Okay. My second example is someone I don't like as much, but I do respect. Alexander Barkov, extremely strong-willed, always smiling, very responsible, can handle team arguments. He gives other people confidence instead of beating down people that need it. He cares about every player that he is with, even if he has no impact. If you are a support hero, you might not see the 1 DPS very often, but that doesn't mean you treat them any worse than someone you're pocketing. He plays to win. No matter if the game is lost, you're at a huge disadvantage. You play till the time is up. And he is very respected amongst the community because he is known for having these traits and is consistent with them. Anyone in the world can be a captain, but the best captains are always humble enough to think there's someone better. If you want to take anything away from this entire slideshow, just take these few things, okay? Don't stat blame. It will lose you games. It'll make you fight with your teammates. If you want to do anything, just call out the player and ask them to switch. Do not drop them in match chat, and don't try to get the enemy teams in discussions. You should not be speaking to the enemy team at all. You should fucking hate them. Never accept that a game is over until the clock hits 0. If you give up on a game and there is still time on the clock, you have already lost, and you are now giving that loss to everyone else who is still trying. That is absolute loser behavior. Do not do this ever. And if you see something and someone is being very loud and apparent about it, and you just don't agree with what he's saying, tell him what's up, because you have a voice too. No matter what your stats look like and no matter who your hero is, your voice also matters. But do not let that pride of being a good player overshadow your opinion on how you treat people, because if you do, you'll live long enough to see yourself become the toxic player. Thank you all for watching. Subscribe. Don't zim, don't cheat. I hate people who do that. Subscribe.